Hey guys, this is HR, Hidden Ranger Streaming, with another reaction video, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. And this is a CGI animated movie coming out later this year. Focuses on the Miles Morales Spider-Man, and it also has Peter Parker and quite a few other spidery related people. And there's been a lot of positive buzz on this. Everybody I've seen on Twitter is like really excited about this, and I like what I've seen so far in the previous trailer that I've reacted to. In fact, you can find that on this channel as well. So, without further ado, let us get this show on the road. I want to see this.
My name is Peter Parker. I'm pretty sure you know the rest. I saved the city, fell in love, then I saved the city again and again and again. Look, I'm a comic book, a cereal, I did a Christmas album, and a so-so popsicle. But this isn't about me. Not anymore.
Spider-Man swings in once a day, zip zap zop in his little mask and answers to no one. I love you, Miles.
Yeah, I know that.
You gotta say I love you back.
Dad, are you serious?
I want to hear it.
Look at this place.
Dad, I love you.
Dad, I love you.
That's a copy.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Miles Morales. I'm the one and only Spider-Man. At least that's what I thought.
You ever hear of the Super Collider? You're gonna love this.
Dimension opening now.
You're like me.
That's impossible.
All right, kid, listen up. This fry is your universe. It's soggy, it's weird, it's gross. And this delicious normal fry is my universe. So you want to learn to be Spider-Man?
Can you teach me?
Yes, I can. Time to swing. Good, you're doing it. Double tap to release and whip it out again.
Okay.
Whip.
And release.
You're a natural. Whip.
Hey guys,
Who are you?
I'm Gwen Stacy. I'm from another dimension.
How many more spider people are there?
Hey, fellas.
Hello.
This could literally not get any weirder.
It can get weirder.
Okay. We need to get back to our universes soon.
Brooklyn is gonna collapse. My family lives in Brooklyn.
Miles, what's wrong?
This was never your city. It's mine.
If I don't destroy the collider, none of us will have a home to go home to.
Remember, what makes you different
Let's go.
is what makes you Spider-Man.
Officer, I love you.
Wait, what?
That way. Other way.
Do animals talk in this dimension? Because I don't want to freak them out.
Yes. Oh look, a cheesy grin on my face. Yes. I'm excited. That is great. I mean, I've seen screenshots from this trailer on YouTube already, or I'm sorry, on Twitter, and so yeah, I had an idea of what to expect and who would be in it, and this confirms some of my suspicions. Like, yes, first of all, Spider-Ham. Yes, I love it. Like, Spider-Ham is one of the more fun things to come out of this, alternate universe idea of, the Marvel multiverse. In fact, Spider-Ham was actually one of the first alternate Spider-Man in the comics, I'm gonna say, because he was created for a line of kids comics. It was a sub-imprint Star Comics in the 80s and 90s that Marvel was running. I'm not entirely sure if he was created for that, but he did have his own comic series in that, and it was basically this alternate universe in which all the Marvel Comics characters were these cartoonish animal versions of themselves. Heck, there was a Hulk bunny. And so yeah, that's so yeah, like Spider-Ham is like he's actually been seen quite a bit since then. In fact, in some other media, like he was in like he was basically this a video game version of a post-credit sequence in the uh, Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions comic. I mean, video game. Yeah, sorry, I'm all over the place. I'm still trying to process. Um, and let's see, he was in the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon in the 2010s, and he's been in like I believe the Lego Marvel games. Yeah, he's yeah. I like Spider-Ham. He's a lot of fun. Oh, and he's also in the Spider-Gwen comic series, basically as an ongoing hallucination that Gwen Stacy experiences. And speaking of Gwen Stacy, she is awesome in this trailer. You know, like I like how it cuts from that from you know her first introduction in that forest scene to like her being a rock drummer. That was great. That was absolutely great. Because in the Spider Gwen version of Gwen Stacy is rather than this popular queen bee sort of college girl that Peter Parker initially butts heads with and then has a love of his life sort of relationship with. She's this um, she's this awkward kind of rock drummer girl in high school who's part of a band called the Mary Janes, and the lead singer is a certain Mary Jane Watson. Um, so yeah, there's that, and let's see, who else? Oh yeah, and there's actual disaster Peter Parker, who I think it's kind of interesting that they draw him with like, or they depict him with wrinkles and like lots of strands of gray hair and some grayish stubble, as if he's in his late 30s or whatever. He's been Spider-Man for a while, and it basically and it shows, which I think is great because the common like refrain about Spider-Man is that he only works when he's a teenage character, and I've never bought that. Like there are ways for him to go as an adult, and here he's like he's not like, he kind of has the appearance of a grizzled veteran, but he also has this sort of um but he kind of has this sort of like, this is a guy who throughout his teens and 20s and his 30s, just I guess never quite seemed to get his all of his ducks in an order. Like he never seemed to get his life together, you know, or the old Parker luck, I suppose. Although I thought he was being really unconsciously judgmental, deciding that his dimension was the crisp, delicious fry, and then Miles was the stringy, gross fry. It's like, well, how would he know? Oh, and something to note about the background, and there's been a lot of discussion on social media about this. This movie's approach to backgrounds, which is make it seem a lot like a comic, so the shading of the faces and the background details is like the kind of shading you'd see in a comic book. There's this um, the background detail is is has kind of this misaligned color frames, kind of like the way color printing is done when the printing is just not quite aligned. They're like there's like some frames overlapping each other that aren't quite that aren't quite overlapping, and here they use that as kind of convey distance, which is a pretty interesting thing to do. Let's see. Yeah, there's the awesomeness that is Gwen. Oh, and looks like Aunt May is. I'm gonna guess that's Aunt May, but who knows? Like, it certainly seems like Aunt May. Like at the on the far right of the picture, between Peter and Gwen. But yeah, there's the Spider Ham. And oh, and I forget the name of this character, but it's an alternate Japanese girl version of Spider-Man, in which, teenage girl piloting a mech suit, and it's like SP slash DER man, so it's a weird coding version of Spider-Man in this, like, uh, this alternate future or alternate present Tokyo or whatever. But I think it's kind of great that they're incorporating her as well. Like I think the comics version of this, the mecha is like this giant robot, almost like on a Pacific Rim sort of level or Evangelion. But this is a manageable version of that. Uh, this kind of Tachikoma walking tank sort of thing. That's really cool. I like, and she's like so much tinier than everybody else. To the point where she's just like standing on a desk to be like eye level with everybody else. And wow, the Noir Spider-Man is here, and he is Jack. I think he's being played by Nick Cage in this movie, which I think is kind of fun because like um, Nick Cage is not one of my favorite actors, but he certainly makes unique choices in his acting. So I'm seeing a really I'm seeing I'm seeing an eccentric take on Spider-Man Noir. And there's his dad, Miles Jefferson, or I mean Jefferson Davis. And I really like his relationship with his parents. It seems like he has this really loving relationship with his dad, even though he's at that awkward teenagery part where actually saying that in public is is embarrassing. Oh, and there's the Prowler, which I wonder if this is going to be the Hobie Brown or version, or the Miles's uncle version of this. And oh, this surprised me when I first saw it in the trailer. Scorpion. Like, that is a neat version of Scorpion, and on his left is Tombstone. That's cool. They're putting so much in this one movie that you'd probably hardly ever see in any other Spider-Man movie, or at least it would take several to put all these in, and then it would be a mess. But here, like, the alternate realities thing, like, kind of makes that forgivable, that they're throwing a lot of stuff in, because it's like, well, we're getting glimpses of entire universes of characters. Ooh, that's an extreme close up. Yeah, in fact, I'm pretty sure there's some writing on Scorpion's blade saying, if you can read this, you're about to get stabbed in the eye. Yeah. And there's this thing with the alternate, with the super collider and all that. Although I'm not sure how destroying the super collider is going to like fix the universes if they're about to collapse, but who knows. But yeah, there's oh, I love this part where he's trying to do the deep voice superhero secret identity thing, and then he's like, but of course, he can't help but interact with his dad the way that Miles interacts with his dad, so that's great. This is a great bit of physical comedy, and the only actually, you know what? I'm kind of wondering if that's Genki from like Miles's best buddy, who was yeah. I mean, he's even reading a Spider-Man comic, and the only way he's not hearing everything that these people are saying is because he's like listening to music on his headset. But yeah, I like how they're just like crawling around the wall. That's great. And then the dude passes out. Slaps a Spider-Man sticker on a gargoyle, or I suppose a grotesque, depending on whether or not this is a rain spout. Yeah, only on the big screen, Christmas. So that's gonna be at least two Christmas era movies that I'm looking forward to. One being Bumblebee, and the other one being this. I am really excited. So that is the second trailer for Enter the Spider-Verse. This has been Hidden Ranger streaming. Like, comment, subscribe to me subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Twitter at HR Streaming, and I will definitely be back with more reaction videos, especially if they're as much fun as this. So I'm signing off. You guys have a good day.